So, I guess it's still good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm from Father's Cycle, an apartment management platform. So, I really appreciate you spending your time listening to our presentation. And I know that it's quite a long time, so I will try to make it short and clear for you. If you have any questions, please leave it to the rest of my presentation so that I can make it much better, because I'm kind of nervous. Here begin. We all know that Vietnamese has a very large population, approximately 100 million people. And 100 million people is a place to live, of course. But Vietnam is not a big country, so we need to find a kind of method to live in the city. So approximately our good choice. And because a lot of people, we need a lot of apartment advocacy here. And then it consistently growing in the last 6 years. A lot more apartment newly built around Ho Chi Minh City and in Vietnam as well. And not only need a place to live, the people are willing to pay more just to have a better life, better living standard. So that you can see here the price is a little bit growing recently for every class of the apartment. So it's a fast growing market. People want to pay more to have a better life, and they need to live in the apartment. And we all know that if the market is growing so fast and the demand of people are changing, there's going to be some problem. And this problem, this time, it needed the property management process. So maybe we all familiar with the name like Cyfeer, CBRE, JRL, the very big property management company in the world, and in Vietnam as well. But they're facing problem, either the biggest one or even the smaller one. So in the scale of company, so we have the property management company, they have a lot of building managers inside the company. But in the scale of the company, in Vietnam we have nearly 300 companies that are authorized to run a building. But only less than 10%, maybe even less than 40 companies that can run 10 buildings at the same time. Very, very small number. Most of the companies running single or individual building, because most of them are manually running. And of course, when we do something manual, it costs us a lot of money for the human resource. It's very difficult to manage and to centralize, so that the efficiency is so low. We come to the building manager scale. For example, you want to collect the money from the resident, the tenant. You need to calculate the money. You put it in a debit note, you send it to the room of the resident, the tenant, you wait for them to pay, and you make a report back to the company. It's gonna take a lot of time, and it only in terms of finance. You see here, in this room, you have a lot of asset, has a lot of equipment. How do you know about the maintenance schedule, something like this? It's a terrible mess. And the bookkeeping process in every building manager is so weak that they cannot bring the best management quality that the resident wants. Let's talk about the resident. You can see here, I have heard some of the people present today say that there will be more than 50 million people using Facebook in Vietnam. Yes, it's right. Because most of the residents now is kind of social network oriented. They tend to stay together, and they tend to complain together, and it puts pressures on the building managers. And sometimes deal with these complaints is quite complicated. And when they answer, and when they ask you, you cannot answer them, they're gonna be not so happy. And the satisfaction rate is so low. There's gonna be a conflict between the building managers and the resident. And it comes to another problem, and it's also a good problem as well, the fixed income. So for example, you run the 500 building apartment, so it's possible money to collect from 500 rooms for the management fee. You cannot get higher. So if you want to get some more money, you need to provide some more services. But the satisfaction rate is low. How can you provide the service for the resident who is already not like you so much? That's another problem. When they cannot get their profit higher, they get demotivated. And it makes the conflict even worse. So how can we change this problem? That's why we built this cycle. It's a cloud-based apartment management platform. First, for the companies, it's a centralized management system. We helped the building managers company to run a lot of places at the same time. We provide them with financing tool with the task manager so that every single building can be managed quite easily. And in terms of the building managers, how can I help them? Remember I said to you about the example of collecting the money? It's very, very bad, but now it's very easy. Our system is automatically calculate the money that you need to collect from each resident of each month. One click is sent to the resident mobile application. One click they can pay, and it also puts when the money reach to the bank account, it make a report to the company. Everything is automated, and it's only 1% of our system. We can do much more than this. And of course, finally, with the resident here, you provide them with the mobile application first. You can connect directly to the building managers. No more Facebook, no more OTT, no more Salotto channel, only one official channel. And it will centralize the report, the template, so that the building managers can solve it more easier. Second, of course, we give the service provider outside the building to have a channel to reach to the resident and tenants and provide some more service for the resident. And of course, we give them a sharing community. They can open the application and say hi to your neighborhood. It's very easy. And here is an overview of our platform. It's very easy to see. So in our platform, we have the building managers here, we centralize management and their tasks. We give the service provider the way to reach to the resident, and the resident in the center of this platform can be one application for everything. And here is lastly view of our product. So the cloud-based web app for the building manager, they know exactly how many people living in their building, what is the problem, what are they talking about, how much money you need to pay or to collect something like this. It's very easy to use. And second, the mobile application for the resident tenant here. You can control your life in the apartment, see how much money you spend, or see any kind of service around you. And it's only just a slide. So we started off quite early in 2017, but only in 2018 we get to the market. And actually by the end of 2018, we go to the market, and after 10 months, here is our customer growth. We have customers in most of cities, big cities in Vietnam, Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang. And most of nearly half of our customers converted from our competitor because we can do things much better than them. And until now, we spend zero for advertisement because it's growing organic, and the people tend to refer the customer for us. And here is our recent customer. And here is the chart showing that the resident installation of our mobile application is growing high, and the activity is quite positive as well. So what we're doing here, we don't want to try to replace the building managers. We try to leverage their work to a whole new level so that they can bring better quality for the resident and the tenant. And that's the way we can contribute more to our society. So thank you so much for listening.